So for today's look, my plan is I was trying to think of what song I would like to do, and No One by Alicia Keys came on in my karaoke searches. And I kind of got I don't know, it was just this sense of thinking back to when I had first had my children and when they were very, very young, and I would be up in the middle of the night with them, and sometimes I would sing random songs to them, but sing it more like a lullaby. So that song came on, and I thought, you know what? I could totally picture this being something that, even though I don't think Alicia Keys intended it to be about a mother to her child or a parent to their child necessarily, it was just a song that I could hear it in my mind as almost a lullaby. So that's my plan today. And on that note, my plan for today's upload is also a look thinking back to when I was on mat leave with each of my three children, while I still liked to look polished and put together. When I would go to the gym and they would be in the childcare at the gym, in the time after I would work out, I didn't necessarily have, you know, many, many minutes to get ready. And so I would apply makeup. I would make sure that I had time for myself, but it was a very quick, polished look. And so I thought, while I sing today's song, my hope is that very, very close to the end of the song, although I don't want to rush, I'd like to be very close to being done the look, just so you could see that within that time frame, it is quite possible to pull together a polished, presentable look that makes you feel good about yourself. And I hope you agree. So today's song will be No One by Alicia Keys, and I hope that you can appreciate my interpretation of it. So my voice will sound a little different in today's upload while I sing, because I typically don't sing in that high kind of head voice sound. But I'm going to give it what I can. I hope you like it. I'll list all the products here after I edit so that I don't have to take up the extra time. I just want you close, where you can stay forever. You can be sure that it will only get better. You and me together through the day and night. I don't worry, 'cause everything's gonna be alright. People keep talking, they can say what they like, but all I know is everything's gonna be alright. No one, no one, no one can get in the way of what I'm feeling. No one, no one, no one can get in the way of what I feel for you. You can get in the way of what I feel when the rain is pouring down and my heart is hurting. You will always be around. This I know for certain. keep talking, they can say what they like, but all I know is everything's gonna be alright. No one, no one, no one can get in the way of what I'm feeling. No one, no one, no one can get in the way of what I feel for you. You can get in the way of what I feel. I know some people search the world to find something like what we have. I know people will try to define something so real. So till the end of time, I'm telling you, there ain't no one, no one, no one can get in the way of what I'm feeling. No one, no one, no one can get in the way of what I feel for you. You can get in the way of what I feel. Oh, 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 can get in the way of what I feel. No one, no one can get in the way of what I feel for you. No one, no one, no one. So hopefully you enjoyed that interpretation of No One by Alicia Keys. So my face is completely done. As I said while I was singing, my intention is to input just right here are the products I've used. Right now I'm just going to pop on a little bit of the Quo liner in Wink. I am not going to be careful with that because I'm going to smudge this with my finger. I'm not going to be doing any magnetic lashes today or false lashes, but I always am one to put on mascara. So when I have makeup on, that is. So I will be applying mascara. Now this is something I got in a Sephora favorite kits a while ago. It's a Laura Mercier, the Caviar stick eye color, and it's in the shade Amethyst, and I really like it. I'll just show you quickly on the back of my hand. So it does have a sheen to it. I like to pop that on my lower lash line, and then I just like to, again, this is not being careful because I didn't have the time to be careful while my kids were in the childcare at the gym. So I would go and work out for an hour, and then you did have an hour afterwards, but for me, that hour included showering, washing my hair, perhaps going in the sauna if I felt the need to do so. And some of the locations that I would go to also had a steam shower, which was amazing. So I would usually just throw that underneath like that. And then I would pump my lashes. But yeah, with all three kids, I did go to the gym for myself. Wasn't doing it for anyone else. This is the Benefit Roller Lash. I really needed that outlet, that time for me. And it made such a difference. Besides those endorphins that kicked in, I also felt good about what I was doing. I felt that it was good for me mentally, physically. I felt that it was good for my kids, just seeing their mom doing something good for herself and showing that mental and physical well-being was a priority. I also enjoyed sending them to the child care in the workout facility because it allowed them time to interact with adults other than myself, as well as to interact with the other kids that were in there. And I think the age range that they accepted was 6 weeks to 12 years of age, if I'm not mistaken. And so they really got good exposure in that respect to being around other kids and adults. But yeah, I'm just trying to think if there was something else that I wanted to mention in today's upload. To my new subscribers who have joined, thank you very much. And if you haven't already, please do click that notification button. I am a huge fan of letting friends and family members know when I have uploaded, and I will send that to them via an iMessage. But for those of you who are not in my inner circle of life, if you want to stay notified when I upload, which typically is every Saturday, but maybe a little bit more in the weeks coming up, and I'll explain that in a moment, please do be sure to click that notification bell. So I'm just going to throw on, what did I want to do? Some gloss. So yes, for those of you that may not be aware, I am a teacher. I teach grade 1. I live in Canada. And in the province in which I live right now, Ontario, March break, as you may or may not know, I pre-record. So I am recording this on March the 14th. But in the province that I live, school boards have decided that after the March break, there will be an additional 2 weeks added on due to the COVID-19, the coronavirus. And it is my understanding that we are doing that in the hopes that should families go away for the March break or be exposed to individuals who are affected by COVID-19, that there are or there will be the 2 weeks following that exposure period in which the individual can then recover and will no longer be able to expose it to others. So in those 2 weeks, no child will be passing it along to another in our school system. So because I am a teacher, those 2 weeks following the March break do apply to me as well. I teach grade 1. And from a completely scientific and human well-being standpoint, I fully support this decision. Luckily, knock on wood, no one that I know of in our school community has been affected by COVID-19 directly, meaning that they have had the virus themselves. However, I would hate to think that one child at our school catches it or is exposed to it, and then through poor hygiene or just being a kid, you touch things, you sneeze, you rub things, you hold things. And we have so many kids at our school that it could just spread like wildfire. So I support from a scientific and a human well-being safety standpoint those 2 weeks. But I do understand for parents and the public, the general public, that those 2 weeks will be very difficult for you with regards to childcare, especially if you have a job. And now March break camps are closing, libraries are closing, programs are closing, the zoo is closing. So I feel for you. I do appreciate and I'm very grateful for the fact that my children will also be off for those 2 weeks after the March break, but I am able to care for them because of my profession. So I'm grateful for that. But like I said, all other members of the public who are struggling and facing the challenge of dealing with that, I feel for you, and my thoughts are with you. I hope something does work out. But yeah, so that being said, with regards to the fact that I do have now the March break and then those 2 weeks, I hope to maybe get a few more videos up. But for today's look, I'm just going to wipe this. Oh, and I didn't mention that was the Buxom full-on lip polish, and I believe it is Celeste. Yep. One of my faves. So with regards to this video, as I mentioned, and aside from the white liner and the caviar stick underneath, I have nothing on my eyes. But I did want to mention this look was inspired by the fact that for that version of No One by Alicia Keys, I wanted it to feel like a lullaby. I wanted it to feel like I was singing to my children or one of my children at 1 o'clock in the morning when I was feeding, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning when I just needed them to sleep so badly. But I also needed to hear a little bit of human or have human contact or hear a voice, and so I would sing to them. So I wanted that to feel like a lullaby and wanted to connect this look today to that overall experience of, just early motherhood, early parenthood, where you're struggling to find time for yourself, to make time for yourself. And yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed. Just a little updo today. And yeah, any questions, any comments, I'd love to hear them down below. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I look forward to connecting with you through your own videos and through the comments that you leave on my videos. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I hope you're keeping safe. I hope you're keeping healthy. And my thoughts are with everyone out there affected by what's going on in the world today. So see you in my next video. Bye.